Hey folks, how's it going today? Josh here again, just out in the winter wonderland that we have here. It's the first major snowfall of the year, 2021. And I'm going to come out here today and do a winter survival camp. Minimal gear, no tent. Just have a 30-liter, I think it's a 30-liter pack. I'll show you later what I have out here with me today. But yeah, a few weeks ago, before Christmas, I put a poll on the YouTube community and I listed 5 choices, and survival camping, quick shelter setup was one of them, and that's what got the most votes. So I waited for a bit of a snowfall and we got it. So that's what I'm out here doing today. And yeah, it should be a good one. Well, we got some fresh coyote tracks already. You can see right down to the ground. Anyway, the coyotes were through here, or at least a coyote was through here in the last day since the snowstorm, so at least you can see what's in the area. Alright, so after a little bit of messing around, I think I'm going to build something right here using these maple trees behind me. It's a bit of an open area here. I have a hill over here to my north, so if we get some really bad north winds, which we shouldn't, I'm a bit protected by that hill. I actually have a big down tree behind me, which I'll show you in a second. And there's quite a bit, you might be able to see back behind me, there's some more down trees back here. There's tons of firewood in this area. And so, it should be a good spot. There's nothing over top me that's going to fall on me. There's a big tree right here that's cracked. And that's going to fall, but it's not going to come this way at all. So, should be pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to figure something out for here. Have a nice open spot. Should be able to see the stars tonight if the clouds clear off. Yeah, so it should be pretty good. I'm going to hunker down right here, I think. So I got to get some of these layers off because walking in here I got kind of sweaty. It's one thing with winter camp and wear lots of layers, and as you get hot, strip them off, and when you get cold, put them back on. But don't get soaking wet and sweat, because that's not going to be good for you later. Especially if you don't get a fire going. But we're going to have a fire tonight. Hey, this should be a nice comfy little spot. I have a fire out here somewhere. Not too worried about catching anything on fire right now. Alright, so the reason for all the snow clearing, which is something I don't always do in the winter, is because it's not that cold and it's damp out. It's only minus 5 degrees Celsius today. And I think it's only going down to minus 8 degrees Celsius tonight. So it's a lot warmer than my last trip, if you guys watched that. It was so cold there I didn't have to worry about snow melting so much. But today, once I get a fire going, I'll probably put the fire here. And this is the high end for my head. I'm probably going to sleep in here. And then I'll come and go this way. This little snow wall will kind of work as a bit of a windbreak for the fire as well. But that fire is going to throw enough heat, it's going to melt quite a big area. And it's probably going to get wet fast. So I want to avoid sleeping in a puddle basically. So I'm going to keep the fire far enough away because I don't need too much heat, and it will throw enough heat. Being here, and I'm kind of right here. It's about 1.5 meters. Anyway, I gotta get some ribs for this ridge pole. Then I'm gonna cut some spruce boughs and just create more of a windbreak tonight. Alright, that was fun. I know there's a lot of people freaking out right now. That's alright. This is from a down tree that I talked about earlier. It's green spruce boughs, but I'm going to show you the tree in just a second. Like I said earlier, there's trees down here, and one over there. That's one of them. And further back, I collected from. Alright, so this is this tree that's down. You can see, I didn't cut it. And this is where I broke all the limbs off and such. So this one, another one further back that way, or somewhere over that way. But I'm not walking over there, so I gotta get this shelter built. Alright folks, so I just took everything out of my bag. This is a 30-liter pack from Unigear. I'll put a link to the video. I'll put a link in the video description to pretty much most of this kit if you're interested. So yeah, I have a 30-liter pack. I just left my solar panel, battery charger, and cables in here, but that is in here. I have a minus 10 degree sleeping bag, which I'm going to keep in here so it's dry. Tonight we're going to have steak with some spices. We got sugar for coffee. If anyone's interested in a good coffee, we got Java Moose. Really good stuff. I'm kind of hooked on that now. A couple granola bars, and that's it for food. Over here we got a liter of water. We got a poncho, rain poncho, paracord, Puron 2 Olight if you're interested. We got a little pack here. I have a compass, another small little EDC light. Most of the lights are for filming purposes, but nice to have. Also in this pack, in this first pouch, I have all my fire kit. So I got a fire steel, lighter, matches, some fat wood, and in here I just have some shavings and some cotton balls with Vaseline on them. And then in the back of this pouch, we got a small first aid kit. And to go with that small first aid kit, we got a tourniquet style thing here. So if I was to get a major wound, I'd have this to bandage up with. Then we have metal container. Always bring one of these so that you can scoop up the snow, melt water, because I'm already halfway through that liter. So I'll be using this tonight to melt down the snow for water. Just don't scoop the yellow stuff. Extra pair of wool socks, probably just for sleeping in tonight. And gloves. And TP, nothing interesting there. This here is a bivy bag roll, so it's windproof, waterproof. Got the saw up there. Just a fleece sweater. I have it off because I'm pretty warm actually from doing all this work. And that's pretty much it. That's all in this. I brought all this in this 30-liter pack. And other than that, I have my knife on my side. That's it. It's the clothes on me and this. If you're interested in survival type things, do some Google searching. Look up 5 C's of survival. I'll just quickly run over them. I have all of them here plus more. But the first one is cover. So I always bring this small little poncho. That would be my cover in an emergency. To me, the next important one is combustion, which is fire. I have all my fire kit. Cutting tool, my saw and my knife. Cordage. So I have 2 bundles of cordage, paracord. And the last one is called container. And I bring a metal container all the time. Again, melt snow for water, boil water that's maybe not safe to drink. So anyway, if you're interested in that sort of survival stuff, do a little bit of Googling, look that stuff up. But this is it. This is all I brought with me. And yeah, I'm going to get some firewood and we'll probably get a fire started here soon. Whew. Collecting firewood is hot. All right. Time to get a fire going. Today we're just going to use one of those cotton balls actually. Put it right here, I think. Try to keep the snow off it to give it a chance. So like I said, this is just cotton balls. There's some shavings in here just so it sticks, and there's Vaseline on the cotton balls. So we'll just plunk one down there. So that's fat wood shavings, in case you're wondering. And a strike of the fire steel should light that up pretty easily. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I got to pull it apart some more. There we go. Yeah. So when starting a fire, don't smother it right out, just hold the sticks over it, let it get some air. Maybe even use another stick and prop it up. So if you guys have watched the video up to this point, consider subscribing, like the video, comment in the comment section. All that stuff helps out the channel and helps bring different new content. A year ago I didn't think the channel would have grown as much as it has. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I know probably every YouTuber does say the same thing. I've heard the same speech. But it's kind of crazy. So yeah, so thanks for the viewers that have subscribed. Thanks for the new subscribers for joining, and yeah, we'll just keep doing this. I do this for fun. It's for a good time, not a hard time. So yeah, hopefully you learned something from some of these videos. I try to throw some tips and tricks in there. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've been doing this sort of stuff since I was a kid. A lot of it was trial and error. We didn't have the internet back then, so I remember cutting down green trees and trying to burn them and couldn't figure out why they wouldn't light. But back then, that's how you learn. So you don't have to do that because you can watch all these YouTube videos. So I'm going to get a stick. We're going to get that stake sorted. Alright, I got this stick, looks like a grill. So I'm going to put it in the ground like that and cook the steak right on top of it. Just going to get some of this tree junk off. So one thing when you're out here too in the snow, try to keep it off your boots and your pants because you're going to get wet. So whether the fire melts it onto you or your body heat, it's going to melt into your clothes, it's going to get wet, then you're going to have to try to dry that stuff out, and it's just going to suck, to be honest with you. Been there, I've done that, believe it or not. But yeah, every time you come out in the bush, you do learn some new things. That should be perfect. Well, the coyotes haven't been around yet that I could hear, but I imagine this will draw their attention. Hopefully not, but ooh, that's dandy looking. And got some grill marks from the stick. So the steak's cooking. I'm going to baton myself a little plate. That'll be the plate. All right. Let's see how this goes. It'll do. Well, I'm going to call this done for me. Yeah, that's good to go. I'm just going to burn all the juices. That'll keep the coyotes at bay, hopefully. And I'm just going to sit here by the fire and enjoy this. Oh, that's perfect. See if I can show you this. That is delicious. You don't want to drop too many crumbs on yourself. Just baiting yourself up for the coyotes if they come around. Bears should be all hibernating. There's one less thing to worry about. I have seen the coyote tracks, but it's usually just the one set, so it doesn't seem like there's packs. At least they're not traveling in packs. But they tend to find something, do a lot of yelping and screaming to pull the rest in, so hopefully it's not on this location. Burn all that evidence. Add some hot chocolate. So one thing with melting the snow for water, you seen me earlier fill it up to here. That's going to melt down to about there very quick, or depending on how hot your fire is. So you're going to have to keep adding snow to the top to bring up the water level as it melts. So you probably only see me do it the one fill, but I actually filled it probably three more times, and then I got the water level to about there. I put a little bit in my canteen because I'll drink that again before bed, just to get a little bit more hydrated. And then this here, so I'm just going to let that loft up a little bit before I get in there, and then I'm going to call her a night, I think, folks.